Good morning and Jai Hind everyone. This is Girish Godhani from Social Science Faculty of Sunbeam Suncity School and Hostel, and we have been given the art integration project on the topic of Arunachal Pradesh and Meghalaya. I have selected my own subtopic as natural vegetation and wildlife so that the students can come to know about how the climatic condition of a place affects the flora and fauna of the Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh. They can also come to know which kind of flora and fauna used to develop over there. So here we go. Thank you.
Hi Arpita, glad to see you after such a long time. But I really need to talk about a very exciting thing, which is in my last vacation, I went to Arunachal Pradesh. The place is so beautiful. It is situated in the eastern Himalayan province, the richest biogeographical province of the Himalayan zone. This diversity of topographical and climatic conditions has favored the growth of luxuriant forests, which are home to myriad plant and animal forms, adding beauty to the landscape. Living in this incredible cradle of nature are the colorful and vibrant tribes of Arunachal Pradesh, for whom the forest and the wildlife are of a special significance. How lucky would they be living in a paradise? The flora and fauna that occur in these forests presents a panorama of biological diversity with over 5,000 plants. From the natives of Arunachal Pradesh, I got to know that the vegetation of Arunachal Pradesh can be classified into five broad categories. This includes tropical forest, subtropical forest, pine forest, temperate forest, and alpine forest. In the degraded forest, bamboos and other grasses are of a common occurrence. I also searched about the famous rare species of orchids at this place. And in fact, out of about 1,000 species of orchids in India, over 500 are to be found in Arunachal Pradesh alone. I really love these flowers because they are so colorful and spectacular, and some bear exotic names such as Sita Pushp and Draupadi Pushp. Our guide also told us that some of the orchids are rare and are classified as endangered. Now, I was so excited as it was the time to know about Arunachal Pradesh Forest Development Corporation, which has established an orchid research and development station at Tippi in West Kameng district for propagation and conservation of these species. This center has established a laboratory for orchid seed and tissue culture for this purpose. Well, I also went to the zoo there and got to know a lot about the fauna of the state, as the wildlife of Arunachal Pradesh is equally rich and varied. Elephants and tigers abound especially in the grassy foothills, and the leopard and the jungle cat are quite common. The white-browed gibbon is found in Tirap and Lohit districts, and red pandas and musk deers in the higher ranges. The mithun exists both in wild and semi-domesticated form. The natives of Arunachal Pradesh also told us that it is the happy home of a great Indian hornbill, the extraordinary bird with an inordinately large beak. The guide told us about the national animal Mithun and the national bird, the great hornbill. I also searched about the wildlife and got to know that there are four wildlife sanctuaries at Pakhui, Lali, Itanagar, and Namadappa, which had been set up in 1979, covering an area of 3,000 square kilometers. The guide told us about the Mihao Wildlife Sanctuary, which is established in the 6th plan, and Namadappa Sanctuary was upgraded to the status of a national park in 1983. Project Tiger was also launched in Namadappa in 1983. The Mauling Reserve Forest in East Siang district, covering an area of 483 square kilometers.
Thank you, Navya. I got to know many new information about Arunachal Pradesh. I also visited Meghalaya. Meghalaya is a state in northeastern India. Meghalaya was formed by carving out two districts from the state of Assam. Meghalaya harbors about 3,128 species of flowering plant and contribute about 18% of total flora of the country, including 1,237 endemic species. A wide variety of wild cultivable plant, eatable fruits, leafy vegetables, and orchids are found in the forest of Meghalaya. In Meghalaya, there is a place, Monson Ram. It receives the highest rainfall in India. As it receives the highest rainfall, so it has evergreen forest. Meghalaya has the large variety of mammal, reptile, bird, and insects. The important mammal species include elephant, bear, red panda, wild buffalo, deer, and number of primates. Meghalaya also has large variety of bat. After flora and fauna of Meghalaya, two national park and four wildlife sanctuaries Meghalaya has. Meghalaya is among the states having the highest density of elephant. Meghalaya forests are rich in biodiversity and endowed with rare species of orchid and medicinal plant. We have got to know many new informations about the two states which were Arunachal Pradesh and Meghalaya.